Hey, thanks again for joining us. We were talking about stepping into like new things this season and
making room for the new.
Making room for the new.
Yeah, making room for the new.
You know, it seemed like something that might be a good conversation to do a video on, and so here we are.
It was my idea this time.
It was your idea.
We did a little skippo last week. Sorry,
Yes.
We were very busy. So what happens if we don't have, it's been a massively busy season. So if we really try to come on here every time we possibly humanly can, but sometimes renewal wins out. But here we are and making room for the new. So we are officially in spring. As we're filming this, it is March the 1st, which
right.
Yeah.
You know, it's spring when weeds start popping up in the yard.
Oh, yes. Here's a new weed. Hello. Right. We get a lot of those in our yard. Yes, for sure. But making room for the new. So you were just researching something about the familiarity principle.
Right.
What is that? What is that?
It's like the familiarity principle or the mere exposure effect.
So break this down. What is the familiarity principle or the mere exposure effect?
Right.
What is this?
So it talks about how we develop a preference or a liking or an attraction to, certain people, places, or things. Based on the frequency of our exposure to those likings, right? So you may develop a preference for cheeseburgers because
they're familiar or you were exposed to them.
Right.
So like even our taste, our preferences.
Right.
Because we trust it.
Right. Or it could be like a vacation spot. It's like we always want to go to a certain beach spot because we're familiar with it and we like it and don't want to go anywhere else because we have become
this is the best one. Yes.
Immersed in that area. We know the places, know the people, know the sights to see. And so we stick to those patterns.
Well, in a way, sometimes it's like you feel like you can relax. You're not learning something new, all that sort of thing. But you're right. Like with the food thing, like with the cheeseburgers, like what if there was a different type of burger with instead of orange cheese? What if you really liked pepper jack cheese or Swiss cheese or Monterey Jack or whatever?
Right, and you don't trust anything else, and
but you just stick that orange cheese on your burger.
Right, you stick to what you know, the tried and true.
Yes,
and so a lot of that can extend into maybe in your marriages where we don't try new experiences together.
You want the same spouse, of course.
Right.
I mean, we do have a marriage.
But it could be like you're, like what do you do for fun? Or trying new experiences together.
And I'm terrible about that. Like I am the person that's going to order the same thing off the menu. Give me the hummus. Adam, I am so predictable.
Right.
Like when I go to a certain place, I order the exact same thing because I love it. I'm familiar with it. Mm-hmm. That's what I order.
Right. And it may be where one spouse likes that familiarity
effect. Yeah.
Or, someone's wanting to try something new and there can be a little bit of a battle, because of those tendencies. And so I think we both...
There's a transitional sort of a phenomenon.
Yeah.
And I think it's so good, like in marriage. So a lot of times, God's always doing a new thing. And in the Bible, isn't it like when Jesus said, hey, you're not going to prefer the new because the old, you're going to think is better about when he talked about the new covenant and the wineskins, right? And so he knows human nature. And there it is, scientifically, the mere exposure effect.
Right.
Familiarity. And so a lot of times God wants to introduce new dreams in our hearts, have a new vision together, something with energy flow, but we go back to what we know.
Right.
We go back to what we know.
Right. It's comfort. You know the result. Yes. Like how many times do we try something new on the menu because we felt, well, I always order this particular item.
Yes. Yeah.
But I'm going to branch off and try something new. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you like it, sometimes you don't, and depending on that outcome, it reinforces the idea of I should just stick to what I always like.
I like that what you said. We both can't talk today. What you says.
It's the end of the day.
What you says, it is. The reinforcing effect.
Right.
Because our mind, like, I think like in neurology or whatever, like you have neurological pathways and they are reinforced. And with familiarity, they're reinforced until you step out of your comfort zone.
Right.
Yeah,
it's exercising that. It's like muscle, so to speak, where you're doing something that takes you out of your comfort level. And the whole idea is to just break out of stagnancy. Staleness, where things may feel kind of ho-hum. You're just kind of coasting through life, and it becomes frustrating, and you want to bring new life into your marriage. And so trying things that may be outside of your comfort level, you're going to find things you don't like, and you're also going to find things you do like in the process. And
I think having which we have been, first of all, we have been the worst at this and horrible about it. Although we were good, we've not had our date nights.
Right.
Because it's just been a very unusual season. And so we have been busy on all ends, and we have actually, I'm so sorry to say, we have and we recently both have, it's not like it's been one or the other, like both of us have we've not done our dates.
Yeah.
We used to keep a 1 day a week date. I can't even remember the last time. I mean, we do our errands, we do a lot of things together, but we haven't had our date.
Right.
Night.
And that's like basically putting something on the calendar and just blocking it off.
And doing it.
And just saying, this from this time to this time, this is our
date night.
Standing date night. But
during the day, whatever.
What happens is, if you don't plan your days, your days plan them for you. So things are always going to come up
if you don't put it on the calendar.
Right. Yeah. So I think it's being intentional in those things, and that's something that, we have struggled with, that we need to be, rise up in, is time blocking, planning out at least, you may not Monday through Friday, sure, a lot of things happening, but I think on your weekends, I think time blocking and making some intentional movements.
Yes. I love time blocking. And I used to kind of be like, hey, I'm a free bird, but time blocking within the structure, you can actually have a whole lot of creativity that comes, a lot of new actually can come from, okay, we are opening up this box, and in this box, you'll have so many divergent thoughts, even though it may seem confining, but it's really not. Like if discipline is more freeing.
Right.
And to time block your time, you can actually get a whole lot more done. Yeah. So you may have time zones. I love the color calendar where you have you have a pink zone, a blue zone, a yellow zone. You could even be yellow is creativity. So that's my creative zone. But blue, each color coded time, it can be from 2 to 4, 4 to 6. This is when we're doing this. This is when we're doing this. And, but yes, I think communication, I think if we kind of go with the familiar flow until we communicate and break out. So would you challenge other couples to probably just communicate hey, you may feel a stirring for something, maybe it's, I don't know what your dream is, but maybe you don't even know what your dream is until you have those date nights, until you have that intimacy. Because otherwise it's going to feel forced. It'll feel superficial. And I mean, we even, this morning, we really love to have our times where we have our spiritual renewal together. We've been listening to, who do we listen to today? Pastor
Craig Rochelle.
Yeah. He is outstanding. He is anointed by the Lord. And we just thank God for his ministry.
Yeah, we've noticed a lot of times, we'll kind of listen to, podcasts or videos
the
of
same
certain
one
speakers
for a while.
Because we go through different seasons and times of our lives where we may receive from different individuals,
There's something in their lives that we need to hear.
And so that's something that, he excels at, is being very organized, very intentional, where he has to plan out literally every moment of his life.
I think he has like 5 children.
Right.
And then he has a huge
big ministry and every other
and he's an author.
He's an author.
Well. Yeah. Yeah.
The guy's busy.
He
right.
is.
He's one of those guys that will mentor CEOs and other people in business because he does have a strength in that area.
He's very strong.
Had to grow in. And so, he may be in many ways on the extreme, right? But there's things that we can glean from that, to become better.
Yes. Yeah. Outstanding person. But yeah, we grow, but then there's times where I want to go back under my like comfortable zone. And so growth for me is, I think, because you may have one spouse that just wants to go sprint full forward. And then you may have another spouse, and it may be the wife or maybe the husband, who knows, but wants to kind of shrink back. And so pacing yourself together in love, but also moving forward is such a thing. I know, I think just walking together is such a big thing. But yeah. So we're in March now. New things.
We are.
We got some ranunculus seeds, or not ranunculus seeds, ranunculus pods.
Yeah.
We were checking out, and the guy was like, "They look like spiders."
I had a phobia of spiders.
Oh, well,
it was a good conversation.
Yeah, it was a good conversation. But anyway, so but it did. There were little pods. Yeah, it was a very friendly guy. So anyway, and then what other seeds I got? I love my zinnia seeds. So I got the zinnia seeds, which were good. And then been getting some spring decor, all that kind of fun stuff for me. But yes.
So ushering in new life, right? That's what spring is the old growth has gone. Now the new growth is being ushered in.
Yes.
And so in our marriages, it's good to kind of reassess.
It's declutter time.
Right.
Spring declutter.
Getting rid of things that no longer fit in your life.
No longer serve
bringing in new things.
Yes.
And so, there's new experiences, and it requires intentionality because, going back to the familiarity, principle, the mere exposure effect, it's, breaking out of that coasting in your marriage.
Breaking out of the coasting.
And just creating intentional moments,
Can I just pause right there? Because that is so good. Breaking out of the coasting, because a lot of times in the coasting, there can be so much clutter that accumulates. And it can be clutter in our mindsets and our thoughts, just like we have this like spring clean out season. During that coast season, we have a lot of cleanup to go back and do of our attitudes, of our mindsets, of our thoughts, and just making room for the new. We spiritually, as we intentionally set aside time to do devotional, listen to a message, whatever it is, together, so that can be planted in our hearts, the word, so he can make room for the new. But also, like, even having that date night, you're decluttering. So many things can build up during a week individually. Like, this person may have something on their heart, or this person may have something on their heart, or his or her heart, rather, not their heart. Anyway, I'm always like correcting my grammar because I write. But you know what I mean, though. Things can pile up until you can discuss, because life is busy. And so just know that, just be patient with your spouse, because everyone's going through a unique pressure in their unique way that we are.
Right. And unless you're having frequent conversations, things can pile up mentally. I think what happens is, that reaches that breaking point where all of a sudden it becomes just a mind dump, and it can blindside somebody.
I do this to you a lot. I'm like, we'll get this
10 o'clock at night is when the mind dumps happen.
And I forgot this, and this. And it's like, you're just trying to like get it all out.
Yeah.
But don't do that when the other person's trying to relax. Try to have a set aside time.
Right. Energy levels.
Energy levels. We talked, I'll link that one below. What was it? We did one, energy boost and drains. That's a big one that we had to learn over the years, because there's been times where he's such a morning person. Oh my gosh, he's ready to go. And I am literally like, do not talk to me until
Yeah,
I've had my coffee.
it's a thing.
Like, don't even, he'll ask questions and I'm like, no, I mean, and then I'm fine. But
You get your morning routine
Yeah.
until you've gone through the complete cycle.
Like, don't look at me. I have to renew.
Yeah.
I have to, So anyway, but making room for the new. I hope, yes, we're coming over Passover, Easter season. God bless you. He's always doing something new in our lives. Yeah.
And, you got to kind of listen to the Spirit. Where is he guiding you into the new in this season?
Personally and together.
Is there something that you need to do, but it takes you out of your comfort zone, right?
Yeah.
You may already know those things that are challenging you, that God's already speaking with you about. And so it's just doing it, afraid, doing it. And, you don't have to have all the answers right away. And it's just one of those things where the answers come as you do it.
Yes.
So step into the new. That's what we're challenging ourselves on in this new season. So
getting out of the stagnancy.
I hope this conversation has helped you in some way. And we will see you again next time.
God bless.